All right, everybody. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and stop the intro because the intro was lagging so freaking bad. You know what? I
Well,
think that even this video is gonna be lagging a little bit. So I have no
you
idea
can fix it
why.
in post.
All right, on the show tonight, we have the band Laiser Praiser, which at one point went by the band name Blitzkrieg Season. You guys remember that they were on the show last year? Let's see. Not loading on
It's been a
Facebook,
minute.
choppy. Okay, yep. So, anyways, what's happening, guys? Welcome back.
Thank you.
Oh,
Good to
yeah,
be
thank
back.
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
glad to be here. Thank you for having us on the show.
Absolutely, man. I mean, you guys are going to be on a show that's coming up rather soon. I believe at the 15th at Cafe Rubik's, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that show.
Mhm.
You guys are going to be playing with Silent on 5th Street, War, and let's see, Blood of Angels. Friends from, let's see, Tampa, I believe. Yeah, Aaron Robinson and all those guys over there. So, yeah, I mean, I'm super stoked about this show. One, I get to see you guys live because I will definitely be there live streaming, and that is going to be fun. And then let's see what else. I mean, this is a big opportunity for you guys too, isn't it?
I
I
think
think
so.
so. Yeah.
I don't think you've
Yeah,
seen us before, have you?
I
At
have
least
not
not in
seen you
like
guys
person,
live.
live and in
I mean,
person. We're okay sometimes.
We have
It
fun.
Nah,
just depends on the day.
I'll disagree with that, man. I think that you guys are more than just fine. Oh, it looks
I
like
mean, the recordings are good.
so it looks
We're
like
decent.
Blood of Angels has dropped from the show. That's
Oh
unfortunate.
no.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I mean, but still, you guys are going to be there. That's going to be awesome to be able to hang out with you guys. And by all means, you know, anybody that's going to come to the show at 701 South Apollo Boulevard at Cafe Rubik's in Melbourne, Florida, it's going to be a fun time. The last concert that we had was amazing, and it was we had a couple other bands that were on there. Katie May Van, I'm not even going to pronounce your last name. She says, "You guys rock." So,
Oh,
Huh.
really?
yeah.
Touches mine heart.
Yeah, I've
Where's
heard of
Katie?
her.
Is that your girlfriend?
Yeah, that's
I
my
don't know.
Is that
girlfriend.
your old lady?
Ah,
The old ball and chain, dude?
I mean,
So,
she can vouch for us live. We put on a decent show.
yeah,
Pretty cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is
I
that on
mean,
Facebook? Is that on?
yeah. That's some of the comments at the underneath of everything here. So let's see.
Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, this is going to be exciting. Now, I mean, since you guys were last on the show as, Blitzkrieg Season, I mean, what have you, I mean, obviously you changed the name. You guys have new material out, or?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we
have like 3 songs, I think.
is
Three
it three?
songs?
Is
Yeah,
it just 3?
it's currently 3 right now under Laser Praiser, and we have 3 more due out next month. 1, 2, 3, 21.
Nice. That's actually pretty cool. I mean, so you guys, the 23rd, or there we go, December
The
3rd.
third.
Sorry. Yeah.
I made that really complicated for no reason. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, wow. Um, so,
Leave it to the bass player.
I mean, whenever you guys are going to be here, I mean, you have like new merch and stuff like that you're going to be selling, or
Yeah, we actually
Could get it here.
I'll be right. I'm gonna go
We
grab
have
the
'em.
shirt.
Hmm.
These shirts are awesome. This is
Hurt
why I'm
shirt?
doing this. I'm doing it for you.
hell yeah.
Oh, there he goes. Yeah, they're pretty good. Except they're
Nice.
white t-shirts, which nobody seems to like. Everybody likes the black shirts, at least in like
I
metal.
like the white t-shirts.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're really
I
going
mean,
against the.
Metal guys love black t-shirts, but I mean the white stands out.
Exactly, it's like special. It's a
You
special
know,
thing.
I offered, I believe it was this one right here in pink, and
Actually, I'm just
nobody
gonna get
bought
you
it.
Get the
Yeah,
camera.
metal guys just love black t-shirts.
They do.
Right on.
Right. The big reveal.
Did you seriously
Can you
run
see
all
it?
the way to his house?
Yeah. What the
So it's a little backwards, but
That's awesome.
this is the platypus.
That's cool.
Yeah, these are. We will have these. So very metal.
Hell yeah. So yeah, I mean, come to the show, watch Laiser Praiser, and buy those shirts, because who in the hell doesn't want a white platypus shirt? I mean, that's pretty freaking epic.
I'm saying?
So the last time I talked to you guys had a few songs that were out, and you guys, I mean, obviously worked on more over the pandemic and stuff. So I mean, what are some of the? I mean, I'm trying to put this into perspective here. So, as Laiser Praiser, you have how many songs right now? I mean, and are you on Spotify?
We have 3, and we are on all of the streaming services
Okay.
all over the place. But
So
yeah, we have,
some of our songs are mixed in with the old band name, Blitzkrieg
Okay.
Season.
mhm.
And so there's a lot more on Spotify under that name, but under the Laiser Praiser name, I think there's 3 on Spotify now.
Okay.
But we still play live some of the old songs. They just haven't been moved over to the new name on Spotify.
Right on. Yeah, I actually have you guys on our website, floridametalradio.com, and if you go to the band section, you can actually find your link for Blitzkrieg Season, and you guys are also on our playlist that you can go there and listen to all the bands that have ever been on the show. So I'm trying to remember which song that I have of your guys is on there, but it was one of my favorites. I mean, I've always loved you guys' sound, because I mean it's been not your typical heavy metal sound, and I mean it's awesome. I that's the only thing I could really say. I mean, adjective wise. So
Thank you.
what other? I mean, what other shows do you guys have coming up?
Nothing.
Don't have anything.
Yet.
Yeah, we don't have anything slated after. Currently slated after the 15th show. Not exactly. It's not that we're not open to it. We just haven't seen a whole lot of availability yet.
Our
we're
thing
trying-
is now, like we've kind of been trying to branch out into the like Orlando/Tampa markets, like trying to get shows around.
the goal.
Trying to get some shows outside of Melbourne or that area.
Brevard.
Trying to see what's next.
Okay. I mean, have you had any? I mean, have you played over in Orlando as Laiser Praiser, or?
Not yet. I would say like a lot of the shows we try to get on are like the lineups are traditional like metalcore or like straight metal bands, and a lot of people don't think we fit into that genre, so they're hesitant to put us on those bills. But
Gotcha.
I think like I don't
And
know.
they look up our page and you see a platypus. And they're like, no.
You're just like, the hell is
Well,
this?
I will tell you this much. I have a band out of Orlando that's been asking me to help them find. Basically, it's their debut show. They're going to be out at the Haven, and they're like, we're trying to reach out to bands, and nobody wants to be on our show. So the Haven, I know that the band Unzane is opening. They have a pretty decent sound to them. They're not your traditional metalcore and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you want, I can give them your information, but I don't ever like to put anybody on the spot. unless I've asked first.
Yeah,
that'd be
I'd be
cool.
open to it.
Okay.
When is the show?
I believe it's December 17th. So
Okay.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
down.
well,
Yeah. So
I
Patrick,
might
I'm
be in
sitting here.
Colorado.
I'm looking at your background, Patrick, and I can only think like Bambi or Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
either of those. I don't know what it's
Okay.
supposed to be, but I liked it. Thought it was nice.
Right on. I mean,
You,
it's
you don't want to
cool. I
see what's
mean,
behind it, you know.
yeah, definitely. You kind of just want to continue to, walk up down there in the forest and see if you can find Bambi's
Yeah.
mom. Um,
Yeah, this is my happy place. Oh, there's a little squirrel too.
nice.
oh yeah,
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, yeah, close enough.
he's moving too.
Oh shit.
Huh.
So
Hey,
these new songs.
get out of my
songs.
get out of my forest.
Well, sorry. Sorry.
So these new songs that you guys have written, what are some of the inspirations behind the songs?
What you got,
That's
Josh?
a good question. I'm not sure. Because as far as like writing lyrics, I just try to like think of what it like. I'll just write down the first thing that comes to mind, and then just like try to make it rhyme, and then
Right.
sometimes it does. Um, Usually there's no actual message, which is very disappointing. I wish I could like make something up that was really cool,
Okay.
on the spot, but like, it's not. I
What
don't
would
know, I
you
can't really
say?
think of
Like,
anything.
I'm
Nothing
curious to know this
profound.
as well, because like you're the mastermind behind all these songs. Like, what do you think, like musically, like how they differed from our previous stuff? Because I feel like sometimes they get a little more like catchier. Like, I would say our new stuff isn't as heavy necessarily as some of the stuff that you've written in the past.
That I don't think that was intentional. Just kind of happened. Um, Although I think part of the goal is definitely to like try to take the progressive, like technical metal stuff and like condense it into something that's kind of catchy, if possible.
And like
'Cause not a lot of people wanna
more
listen to, like
digestible by like
yeah.
a normal human.
Yeah, not too many people want to listen to like 10 minutes of guitar solos and just like
Right.
whatever and synth solos and stuff. So I try to like
No.
take the cool stuff and then just
Yeah,
like
like I
split
feel like
it.
the newer stuff that we have coming out is like it's still got the same like technical like solos and riffiness to it, but it's more digestible in terms of like listening to a single song.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think yeah with the Blitzkrieg stuff, I was like, I don't know. That was a lot of me and Patrick and Kurt, and I was abusing a lot of pre-workout, so I think that might have contributed. Just like none of it didn't make a lot of sense, but like
this has been brought to you by creatine.
Creatine
So
and
true,
Monster.
Yeah, dude. I think I'm gonna probably have heart issues, but it's all good. Made an album. So.
I think with the new stuff that we're putting out, like the cool thing about like I know it sounds kind of like scary to say, oh, what if we did like all of these progressive metal kind of things and condensing them into pop. One of our songs I think really kind of is that, but it's also like the inverse of that at the same time. Like Ready Here, that last
Oh,
song,
yeah.
the 3-minute song, it's really short, but there are so many moving pieces in it that really kind of make it stand out in its own way to me. It's a lot to take in, and then it's done. And I think we did the perfect amount of that for that song.
Mhm.
Okay.
I wish we could show it to you, but
Dude.
So now, are you guys planning like any music videos to accompany these songs, or?
We should.
Yes. Yeah. The short answer is yes. I don't think we've heavily talked about it. Do them as I would love to do things like a music video of us going to the petting zoo and just being absolutely stoked at every animal that we're petting. Like,
I mean, why
Yeah.
why wouldn't you be?
I sign me up.
It's like a normal day. Just a documentary.
all of y'all posing together with a platypus.
Yeah.
yeah, that, I mean, oh man, we could
Dude, if
pet
they
a.
have one,
Yeah, I mean,
I
there's
think
that.
I think the main takeaway from that is we don't really take ourselves as seriously as other bands do, where they like want to have like a full like
White background
playthrough,
performance.
Yeah.
right,
Right.
like
You know,
straight playthrough and
explosions,
like
Michael Bay. You
a-
know.
Yeah,
abandoned warehouse kind of like type straight.
seriously, when I see it, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, I picture us like in the abandoned warehouse like playing through, and I just like see us playing there and like, A, I'm not gonna take this seriously. B, if I can't, who would?
yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, we
Yeah.
would look just kind of weird,
Do you think Katie
trying
would?
to be cool.
I think Katie would appreciate it for what it is. But I think like I think if we were to make a realistic music video that wasn't like joking around, I feel like it would have to showcase a lot of like your guitar work, because I feel like that's the standout of our music.
For sure.
Because like I watch YouTube videos of like guitar playthroughs all the time, and I think we can nail like something like that.
Damn,
Right on.
I guess I could.
So, or how about maybe the penguin encounter at SeaWorld or something.
That would be rad.
yeah, if we could combine the two, that would be perfect.
Hell yeah. So
Stay tuned,
this,
folks.
So this show that you guys got coming up on the 15th, I know that Ant has reached out and asked you guys to be on the show. Now, listening to the other two bands that are on the bill, how do you guys feel playing for the Silent on Fifth Street and War? I mean, is there any nerves there, or?
I think
I
we
don't-
just approach every show with like an open mind, and like we're just there to have fun. Like I don't ever really take it too seriously. It's just like it's fun to have an opportunity to play for people. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I view it like a celebration. Like,
I think like all of our shows, the other metal bands are usually heavier than us. Like if there's any
Right,
other metal,
that's like-
they're definitely.
That's like what I was saying before, how like some shows are hesitant to put us on their bill because we don't
Yeah.
fit in. Like I feel like we never fit in. I
No.
feel like our
Never happened.
sound is very different. We're either playing with like super heavy like metalcore bands, like the show coming up is mostly metalcore / metal, like heavy metal,
Right.
and we don't necessarily fit that bill, but like what other bill do we fit?
not
But
Celine Dion.
I see that as more of an opportunity, like to like get our sound out there and like see if people like it or not, and if they do, then just go from there.
Yeah, I mean, whenever just whenever I found out that you guys were Blitzkrieg's season, and remembering your sound and everything, it kind of confused me. But as Ant said in the comments here, and I'm gonna echo his sentiment. You guys are awesome musicians, so I can definitely see why he reached out and wanted to have you guys on this bill. This is definitely something that I'm really interested in seeing live. I mean, this is going to be fun. This is not going to be like any other show that we've seen in Brevard County lately. So I'm excited, and I know that you guys have got to be excited too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Right,
absolutely.
I feel like playing, like, people that go to these metal shows, like, they appreciate good musicianship, and
Yes.
even if they don't necessarily appreciate our flavor of metal that we put out, like, they can appreciate the technicality and the musicianship that goes into it. So I feel like that's a good spot for us to blend in.
Exactly. And my younger sons were at this last show with Flesh Weld and Fabricate, Ashes of Elysium, and the 500 block. And out of all of the bands that played that night, my younger ones, they completely threw me for a loop, and it was like, hey, we liked these guys, and I was like, oh, well, why is that? And they're like, because we like the way they sound. And I'm pretty sure that that there's going to be other kids there this coming on the 15th that are going to be the same way, and I mean adults as well. They're going to come for to listen to you guys, obviously, because I mean you guys are the hometown band. But I think that everybody that's going to be at the show is going to be in for a special treat. It's going to be awesome. Ant said that he's seen you guys 5 times now, and he's always loved
Wow.
loved every show that you guys have been on. So that's
shout out to
awesome.
Ann. He's a great guy.
He's a
Love him.
Agree.
He's always been super supportive, and he's always got our back. So, and if you're you,
Yeah.
Good dude.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the big reasons why I wanted to jump in on this extreme music scene, and do my part with Florida Metal Radio. We're trying to do this, for Brevard County. Bands in Brevard County, you guys are kind of running out of venues to play. I mean, there's not a whole lot. So we're
There's like
trying
two.
to, yeah, exactly. So we're trying to beef it up. I'm working on getting something for the north end of Brevard County. So who knows? That we can bounce back and forth in between, and maybe bounce over to Orlando once in a while. But we want to keep it Space Coast. So you guys are whenever we on the show last time, golly, August of last year. I took a, but I mean, what have you guys been up? I mean, besides writing music and everything, are you guys? I mean, in a personally, or are you guys, doing your own thing? I mean, what's going on?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely. Since August of last year, definitely would say we're at least me and probably Josh are we're physically in different places, but no, I mean, I've been through 3 jobs, and I started another band, and I joined another band this year. So I went from being in one band to now being in 3 bands. Um,
Wow.
I I don't know if I would recommend it. It's fun. I play bass in one band, I play guitar in another band.
They
Um,
all played at Saturday.
oh yeah, at the Space Coast Music Festival,
Oh, okay.
all three of my bands are slotted.
Nice.
We played right before Withering Earth, which was great. It's the first time I got to see them. I've known Greg for years, it's never lined up to actually get to see him. So I was super impressed with seeing that. But yeah, oh yeah, and in the time that we've talked, I bought a house last year. So
Nice.
yeah, I would say, at least on my end, there's definitely been some pretty big changes.
Well, congrats, man. Yeah, that's exciting news, man.
I feel like as a band, since the last time we talked, like we're still fairly new in terms of being a band and like getting to know each other. And since
Right.
then, we've gotten more locked in. We're all way better friends now. Like we've gotten to know each other way more, and we're getting to know like what our music is and what we want it to be. And it's I feel like as a whole, it's been getting more tight knit and more locked in, kind of on the same page, more so than before.
Okay.
For sure. Honestly, I think it's all the jam sessions. Plus,
Right,
I think
because
COVID kind of messed things up for a while because we just like couldn't
Yeah.
even like interact, which kind of sucked. But
I think that you guys, if I remember correctly, I think that you guys only had played one or two shows whenever we first talked, and I think that
Just
was like
one.
at the Ugali something or another. There was like a
Standard
festival.
Collective,
Yeah.
it was like a little venue, but which is cool because then it looks like there's a lot of people because it's so small. There's
Yeah.
like how many shows have we played? Like total? Is it like
Uh,
5?
We're at 5 now.
Damn,
Wow.
5 whole shows.
And Ant has seen every one of them. That's pretty. That's pretty awesome. So, we're gonna work on another show for like I said, Unzane. I'm gonna go ahead and message them after tonight and see if they want to go ahead and reach out to you guys. And then let's see, is there? I mean, any? Are you guys working on newer music for maybe obviously you guys want to have more shows in Orlando, but I mean, are you guys working on anything other than the 3 songs or?
I think we have like a whole bunch of demos that are just like not finished that we've had like since that have just kind of like cultivated since we've all met. And
Okay.
it's all on like a little drive thing that we have.
I
But,
feel like there's always stuff in the works, and then like when we release stuff, those are like the few that emerge above the others. But there's like always like a
there's always
backlog
something on
of
the back burner.
things.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right
like
on.
at all times.
Yeah, and last year we were doing a bunch of live streaming on Twitch, and we had some fun doing like making up just songs like on the fly, just seeing like what we could do within a short period of time. And I think some of those song ideas,
Yeah,
they'd be
they're
really
kinda-
cool to flesh out.
They're really funny.
Yeah.
But
Right on.
if
Yeah,
we could
I'm
actually make
definitely-
them legitimate songs, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and look for you.
Oh yeah.
So, now are you guys? I mean, your home studio. Are you guys at I mean, where are you guys practicing out of?
Kurt's house
Yeah.
Kurt's house.
for the most part.
Yeah, we got
Right
a
on.
little PA set up and plug-in amps. Got an electronic kit and keep it relatively decent volumes. As far as demoing or getting our music ready for the studio, it's kind of a hodgepodge of things. A lot of it is direct with whatever DAW that we're using, and then we take it to a studio, somebody we've kind of established a relationship with, and then we kind of mix it together. And
Okay.
that's been kind of the rough process that we've done for most of the time, but not all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually, like the guitars get recorded here in this aquarium.
Nice.
For the most part,
Nice.
I have an interface right here that just kind of, and then Patrick will do stuff at his place, and then John will plug
With
into the whole
with the
thing.
squirrels and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for like the creative process. It's really inspirational. Seeing the
All
fish.
right.
Yeah,
So,
I feel like our writing process is actually kind of interesting because Josh like basically writes the whole songs as far as I know, but he sends everything over to me, and he writes MIDI drums, like bass, like just kind of to fit the song, and then he sends it to me, and I tweak them straight MIDI still, and I just send him my MIDI file back, and then we combine that all and then send that to the guy that mixes it.
Then Kurt makes it better usually.
Yeah,
There's always holes. Like it's never like a finished song, but it's like it has all the parts of a song. There's just like a lot of open spaces that need things because it just sounds empty. And like
That's where me and Kurt come in. We just fill in the gaps and add that little like ear candy,
some dubstep and a little bit of
Yep.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
and the trap drums.
Yeah.
Maybe
I love the MIDI stuff that you send, John, because half the time you'll send it and I'm like, can he really do this? And then you do.
And then he
Like,
does it.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Sometimes I write MIDI stuff that I can't actually play, but
I
it
was
sounds
like,
good on the
I was like, this
we
is
never
like
noticed. So.
this is like Adderall drums. Like,
All right.
and
So
then like I'll take good.
no, go ahead.
Oh no, it wasn't important. It was a shout out to Taco Bell. Continue.
Oh, shout out to Taco Bell.
So
Hell
so
yeah.
it was important.
Trying to get the endorsement.
I am.
So, well, which I mean, you guys said you take it to a studio to do some mixing and mastering and all that kind of good stuff. Is there a particular studio that you work with, or?
Yeah. So for the EP and the record for Blitzkrieg season, we did it with Stuart Richardson at Rocky Water Studios, and then the other remaining singles on Blitzkrieg season were done that way. We started out doing this year with Laiser Praiser doing these things on our own, and we found somebody else. And then towards the end of this year, we met back up with Stuart Richardson, and kind of just wanted to get kind of like one cohesive thought for 3 songs. Like
Okay.
everything kind of sounds similar.
Yeah,
Nice.
we tried. Like Patrick mixed a song. Patrick did Rimrod. I did Italiano, and then I realized that like my mixing sucks. So that was part of the process.
I was actually pleasantly surprised, to be honest, because that was a kind of tricky song. You know, there's a lot of dynamics going on, and I don't know, I thought
I
it
mean,
sounded really
fun.
good. Yeah.
It was fun to do. There were like 3,000 like final versions in like this little folder because I just kept like I would render it and it'd just be like this sounds like crap. Just fix it and then like it was torture. But
That sounds like me with my graphic design work, man. Is like I've got a folder just for Florida Metal Radio, and I've got about 8,000 digital images in there that I'm like, nope, I don't like that one. Nope, don't like that one. Okay, that one's a good logo. We're gonna go with that one. And now I'm gonna go ahead and tweak it a little bit more. So yeah, I know exactly what you're
Yeah.
talking about, man.
never finished.
Yes, the
finished.
final render.
Yeah.
Yeah. Final version 3.2. So
It just goes on forever.
right? So aside from music, you know, I did this with Ashes of Elysium and the 500 block as well. You know, we started talking about like personal interests with anime and video games and stuff like that. And since Rubik's has, I mean, a whole lot of video games, I haven't challenged anybody to any kind of old school video games. Is there any kind of old school video games that you guys really, really like?
Contra 3.
Oh yeah, he's the Contra
Contra
guy.
Okay.
It depends how old school you're talking, but Mario Kart 64, I can hold my own in.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
John's
We've
really
got-
good at like Mario for some reason.
Oh yeah, dude. Mario 1, 2, and 3. I killed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patrick.
I always
you?
Oh, I was gonna say, I have played way too many games, so I would say I'm very well rounded. I could pretty much pick up anything and probably destroy you. So if you wanna try sometime, you know.
All right. You know what? We can live stream that, man.
Yeah, I'm down.
Be
I'm a
good.
gamer
Oh,
through
my
and through.
Oh, somebody says pinball.
Pinball's
I
fun.
don't think I'm going to be doing
Pinball is one of the ones I'm not good at.
pinball. I'm decent at pinball. I mean, I've been around, you know, a couple pinball machines, but that's not my game of choice. So, I mean, obviously, we were discussing Fortnite, and I'm very well versed in Fortnite only because I have, you know, let's see, 2 younger ones that play it all the damn time. As a matter of fact, they just recently got their battle pass with with Carnage and Venom and all that kind of good stuff. So, yay me. Um, So, is there? I mean, some of the newer games that you guys are into.
I know me and Patrick have been playing. It's not a new game, but they remastered Resident Evil 4 for like VR. So I've been
Yeah.
doing that as of recent.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like, and it runs on the Oculus Quest, and it's totally wireless. You know, you don't need a computer or anything, and it's like you're in the game. It's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
So the Oculus.
I don't know
That
what's
I
new
mean,
though.
I well, I mean, if
I
it's on the
still play a
Oculus,
lot
I
of.
mean,
I've been playing League of Legends for like 10 years. That's about all I
right on.
play. Not.
And you know what? That's by far not the worst thing.
I did play. I played a bit of Fortnite like back when it first came out, and it was like it was the hot thing on the market. It was a good
Right.
time.
Yeah. I mean, I've played. I don't know. I could probably count on one hand how many times I've my kids are like throwing a controller in my hand. Come on, Dad, let's do this. And I'm like, oh, come on, guys. That's not. You put me in front of Final Fantasy VII and we'll do something. But I mean,
There you go.
yeah,
I'm more of an 8 guy. I love Final
more of an
Fantasy
8.
8.
All right. Well, 8 definitely had better graphics than 7. I mean, I just recently went back and played 7, and I'm like, God dang, this is so blocky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 8 looks
Yeah.
terrible nowadays. I remember like thinking as a kid like this looks incredible.
Oh
And
yeah.
Yeah.
you look at it now,
Yeah.
you're like, I can't even see what's going on.
Yeah, remember the cutscenes from that game from 7 were like outstanding for the time, and now they remastered Final Fantasy 7, and now the actual game looks way better than the cutscenes ever did. It's like it's crazy
Really.
how it changes. Yeah, it's really cool. It
Yeah,
doesn't play the same though. It's yeah.
Yeah, I heard that they were remastering it. I just didn't ever go back in. Is because, you get somebody that wants to remaster or revision something like a video game or a movie or something like that. It usually ruin it. I mean, Rocky Horror Picture Show it comes to mind whenever I hear that. But
Is there a remake?
yeah, they did a remake of Rocky Horror Picture Show. It was horrible. I mean, I
Why?
don't even acknowledge its existence.
Was
Yeah.
it better than the Psycho remake?
Yeah. I go ahead and put it on par with Halloween 2, with the Rob Zombie.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, like if you're familiar with Rocky Horror Picture Show and you know that it's pretty much a cult classic, that it's everybody gets up and does the time warp. There's certain things to say at certain times of the movie,
Yeah,
and
it's just
none of
not to be
that.
touched.
Yeah, the timing is off. The songs are campy and just absolutely horrible. So, like I said, I don't acknowledge its existence. I don't know why I said that on this podcast forever. um, but
Just delete that part.
so going back to the music and everything, what is some of the equipment that you guys use? Like Kurt, what do you usually play, man?
It's a little bit of a revolving door. The what I've been playing lately, I use a Kemper Profiler stage with a couple of outboard pedals. It's a Strymon Big Sky and a Dig delay pedal, and then I run that into actually just a Behringer 3000 watt solid state power amp into an Orange 410. And then when I play live, I go direct to the board from the Kemper, and then when it goes to my cabinet, I just cut the cab off on the inside, and it functions the way that I need it. I run a lot of octaving in my bass get up, just because it just sounds good.
Okay. And what
You
about
also
you,
got
Josh?
the keys rolling.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the
oh
keys.
yeah, and this year I started bringing a keyboard to our shows and doing some samples from our songs and from our music videos, and
Nice.
doing a little bit of playing. We're getting
Okay.
there.
Hey, you know what? You got to come up with an awesome stage show, and sometimes you mean that just that extra, that little bit of extra salt. So, Josh, what about you, man?
So I have a Schecter guitar that I've been playing for like 10 years. So I still play that for some reason. And I
It's a
have
flying
one.
V.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's a nice little white
Nice.
flying V, which is like, I think it looks kind of big on me because I'm like a small little dude. So it just looks like I'm carrying a big cello. But
Nice.
yeah, I just have that and like a little Boss ME80 pedal and a Line 6 amp. So it's pretty basic stuff because I know nothing about like music equipment, which is not good. But I don't know how I made it this far, honestly, but it works to some
Right
extent.
on.
Does the job.
All right, John.
I just play drums. I show up, I bring my drums, and whatever mics they want to throw on them, the more the better.
Well, what kind of
Yeah,
set do you
I
got,
mean,
man?
I have a Pearl export that my neighbor gave to me when I was like in 8th grade so when I first got my first set, I was in middle school and my dad bought it for me for Christmas. And he bought me like a cheap, like little starter set, like no name.
Right.
And because he didn't think that I would actually keep playing them. And then after like a year or two, and I was still playing them and actually like being in bands and stuff, my neighbor was like, I don't use these. Like, he needs something better than that. So he gave them to me. And I still have that same set, which probably I could probably use an upgrade at this point. But I mean, they've been around the block and they've done the trick. So I'm still rolling with them. And
I mean,
and
obviously you've replaced heads and cymbals and
oh
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah. I replace the heads, cymbals break all the time because it's a metal band, so I'm just
right.
wailing on them at all times. So I've been through my fair share of heads and cymbals, but the shells, they're still there.
Hell
So
yeah.
my dad has been to a couple of our shows, and he sent a picture to my neighbor that gave me the set like 15 years ago. And he's like, your set's still crushing it at live shows, and
Hell
he
yeah.
was pumped about that. So that was kind of funny.
That's awesome, man. What about
But
you,
yeah,
Patrick? Oh.
yeah, go ahead, Patrick.
No, go ahead, man.
All right.
Go.
So we before one of our shows a couple months ago, we rented this practice space from a guy in Orlando to like finalize our set and then run through it a couple times. And I used his set that he lends out to whoever jams there, so they don't have to bring all their shells and stuff. And it sounded amazing. Like, it sounded like I've only played on mine for the longest time, and I was playing on these, and we were all saying like, "Wow, these sound incredible. These sound really good," and they felt really good to play. So I messaged him. I was like, "Hey, if you ever want to sell this, like, I'll buy it from you." And he's like, "No, I don't think I'm gonna sell it because it sounds so good." I was like, "Yeah, I wouldn't either." So I'm still playing on the old ones, but maybe one day.
Yeah, man. Oldie but a goodie, dude.
Yeah, it gets the job done. I haven't
yeah.
heard any complaints.
All right, Patrick. What about you, man?
Yeah, so I got a PRS Mark Holcomb.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, it's right next to me.
Nice.
It's a nice one. I really like the birds. It's really fun to look at whenever I'm like trying to figure out a song. But what I really like, I just love the hardtail because my guitar before that was a Ibanez JS1000, which had a floating bridge and
Joe Satriani
never again.
signature.
Yeah, Joe Satriani signature, and never again using a floating bridge. They are just the worst. Yeah, especially I got it used, and the thing with the floating bridge is it balances on like a knife edge, and when that gets dull, it's like you're gonna be out of tune like in a minute. So
Yeah.
never again. I'm a hardtail guy now.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Sweet, guys. Well, hell, it's been, awesome, catching back up with you guys and, hearing what's going on, new and your equipment, your songs, and I'm looking forward to, all, upcoming shows that you guys have. Like I said, Ant and I are both, getting heavily involved in this extreme music scene here in Brevard County. So I'll definitely be out at more and more shows, especially, here now that, my kids are getting older and they can attend shows with me. But yeah, definitely, guys. I love all of your stuff from Blitzkrieg season. I talked very highly of you guys whenever we went off the air that last time. Just basically anybody that needed, somebody to open or somebody to play a show with, I've always given out you guys' information. And like I'm going to do again tonight for this other band in Orlando. But, I mean, do you guys have any questions for me or... No.
I really like your lights. That's a really awesome
That's
setup.
cool.
I appreciate that. I mean, this
Yeah.
has been a work in progress. As a matter of fact, you guys, right here is my modem for the house.
sick.
But the next time everybody sees actually, it'll be next week. There's going to be a lithograph that's going to be covering that. So. It's coming along. I'm actually really, really happy with it. As a matter of fact, I couldn't get my TV to work tonight, so it's just been doing this own little bullshit thing back there. So who's up for the challenge for this old school game playoff at Rubik's on Monday?
I'm in.
Who wants to take the challenge?
Sounds like Patrick. He was talking a big game.
Patrick is pretty stoked about that, dude.
All right, you know what?
I mean, I think
know
I could
for-
take you on.
And I know for a fact they have Contra. So the last time I was
Yeah.
there, yep. So
He would
all
be
right.
better with Contra, so I volunteered Kurt.
They also have,
All right, man.
Street Fighter, so we could do that.
Yeah, they definitely have Street Fighter too. So with that being said, there is now a challenge laid down between Fabulous B and Kurt from Laiser Praiser that is going to be live streamed on Florida Metal Radio, and this is going to be fun.
No
but
pressure.
yeah. No pressure. No pressure at all.
If I lose, I'm quitting this band.
Oh. If I lose, you
Can't-
guys can
can't
have
handle the pressure.
Oh,
Oh,
high stakes.
All right, guys. Well, 701 South Apollo Boulevard, Melbourne, Florida, at Cafe Rubik's. Make sure everybody tunes in. Live streamed. I would much rather have everybody at the live show to see these guys and to show support and love to the local scene. Also, want to go ahead and give a shout out to our boy Ant for his hard work and dedication to this whole entire scene. Brother, you have been my inspiration and my backbone. Thank you for getting me out of my funk and getting me back into this shit full force the way that I should be. Also want to remind everybody that the whole entire week this week we're going to have a show every single night all the way up until Monday. A show every night. I missed last night. Unfortunately, the band had to reschedule with me, which is going to be on Saturday. That would be the band War that you guys are going to be playing with. So anyways, thank you once again for being on the show. Love you guys. As the immortal Ricky Rackman once said, keep one foot in the gutter, one fist in the gold. Keep it real. Keep it metal. Fuck yeah. Bye, guys.
All right. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Dude, see ya.